a bit of a dick that way. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Or, you know, absolutely nobody, depending on which way you want to look at it. Wonder how good a seed this is going to be. I'm hoping it's interesting. Yes, I must get the 7 crystals to defeat Ganon. Possibly also the 3 pendants. Might need to kill Aghanim twice. We'll see. Ah, yes, right. Some of the buttons don't actually work to interrupt that cutscene, and I don't for sure know why. It's kind of odd. Anyway, I'm feeling like a Kevin today. And apparently Kevin is a little bit demonic today. Cool. What's our sank chest today? Come on. There we go. Nothing but a compass. Well, that's dull and boring. Excuse me, guard. I'm headed over to Houlihan. Right, I can't go up yet. Excuse me. Coming through. Going up to Houlihan. This time I will actually remember to go all the way up to the top there. Which means I should actually get the rupee room. Good! It's always distressing when you think you've activated Houlihan and then you get something else. Okay. Early Moon Pearl. Interesting. I don't think that really is going to change my routing at all at the moment, but it is interesting to get the Moon Pearl this early. Yes, I think I'm like a Dark Zora. Oh, crap, I missed a step. Oops. That cost me a little time. Island is just a piece of heart. You there, I needed you. Thank you. Yes, I look very fish-like and dark, so I'm thinking this is probably a Dark Zora. I don't know for sure if that's the name of it, because I haven't actually spent enough time staring at the list of sprite names to be able to list them off. Okay. So, green pendant today is Skull Woods. So I may not actually need to do the back of Skull Woods. That would be nice. Okay, so I basically just paid for my bombs. That's nice, I guess. Was kind of hoping for something a little bit more useful than that out of Sasha, but the timing on that card is kind of annoying. There's supposed to be a strat that you can use that just always forces him to be in the same portion of his cycle, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. No, I wanted to walk over that. Yeah. Beep. 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 Yes! 10 arrows! That was absolutely worthwhile. Exactly what I wanted to find in that chest. And in my next chest, I want to find the single green rupee, please. Best rupee in the game. Actually, I think there may be 2 single green rupees, so the single arrow. That one's definitely the best arrow in the game. Oh wow, it was actually a heart. Useful. Who told the game it could give me useful things? Refill my health a bit more. Get stuck on pots for a moment. You know, the usual. There we go. Oh yeah, this is super nostalgic. That's a fairly large portion of why I like running the randomizer, is it takes a game that I loved in the past and puts enough a new spin on it that it's actually fun to play it, as opposed to just constantly replaying exactly the same process that you know. Okay. I made it into this room, that's good. Okay, I got the key. Come on. Oh, I was carrying a pot there, that's why I couldn't go through the door. Okay! That could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse. I made it through the dark room. I don't want to lose health to you, please. I don't have a lot of health to work with here, guys. Okay. I'm also going to just kill these guys, but I'm going to use pots as ammo to do it. Hey, I got full magic, that's nice. Okay. Ah. Missed. That's gonna mean I have to be perfect with the last 2 pots, or I take another trip out and in. There's another way you can do this, where you can damage boost yourself into the center area, pick up the pot and trip the switch. But I have low enough health that is really scary. Especially now that I've taken more damage. Ugh. Speaking of scary. Okay, so that kind of wasn't terribly worthwhile, but oh well. Okay, start in my house. Already got the chest in my house. Time to go do the dam. So really the only thing I've found so far is the Moon Pearl, which is kind of awkward. It's a really great item, but doesn't do much by itself. Hey Rockboo, how you doing? And our sunken item today is flippers. Well now, that puts an interesting spin on things. Huh. Oh boy, that really does interesting things. I'm not expecting the fish to actually be useful here, but I'll throw it in and see what it gives me. It's a secret to everyone, 1 green rupee. Yeah, that wasn't worthwhile. Okay, yeah. Okay. The nastiest of these guys is dead. Ah! You ran away. Okay. Good. I managed to kill all of them with my bombs. And I still have enough bombs left for other stuff. Boots. Boots is nice. And I could potentially do a water walking with the boots, but I don't know how to do it reliably. I kind of know the theory of it, but I haven't actually done it, so I don't know how to do it in practice. Okay, yeah, I need to climb up here. Okay, good, he ran away. And the good news is that by taking this path, I mostly avoid the crabs. Okay. Ice Rod Cave, what do you hold for me today? Ether. That's kind of like Ice Rod, right? I mean, it does freeze some enemies. It would be sort of like finding Bombos in the fire rod spot. Okay. I don't have gloves, so I can't really farm rupees at all yet. I can go check on Hobo, because he's kind of out of the way. I want to hold off on going to Zora yet, because I want to get up to 500 rupees, so that I can clear out that entire area. If I can also clear out Catfish at the same time, so much the better. So, Mr. Hobo under the bridge. You have for me 3 bombs. Should I be worried about the fact that there's a hobo camped out under the bridge with explosives? This just doesn't quite seem safe to me. Yeah, it's all structural down there. There's surely nothing that can go wrong with letting him throw around explosives. I don't care especially much about getting bomb drops from those, but while I'm walking past, I will try. Well, somebody thinks I should be worried. See, now I don't know what to think. I've got conflicting reports here. Seconds. Which I just wasted about a second sucking. I do that sometimes. 300 rupees. Well, okay then. That makes Zora very doable. Bombs and bridges never mix well. Either that or they mix too well. Depends on how you look at it, really. You know what? For the amount of time it takes me to go pick these up, right now I'm willing to pick up 3 bombs. Just because I already had the boots and I was right here. I hate these little ledges that look like they ought to be dash along, and you start doing it and you just bonk straight into them because they've got that weird little crease. Blue cane. Handy. Not necessary, but handy. Chicken Hut has, aside from a bunch of chickens, a small key of Turtle Rock. Okay. I do believe that's my first key of the game. I am going to lose Zora money here, but it was worth it because I got a book. That's pretty good. Blind's Basement today. At the moment I'm basically just doing fairly standard checks. My route won't really start changing a whole lot until I actually get some useful items. The flippers have already changed my route a little bit, but most of it's being pretty static so far. Back up to Zora money. I got a boomerang, which, as far as I'm concerned, means that castle is open. I really do not want to try doing the castle dungeons without either a better weapon or a way to stun the enemies, because it is so easy to just miss with bombs. Arrow capacity, yay! Well, there's a sword, so now I'm doubly happy with the idea of going to castle soon. More cash. Some arrows. Okay. I don't have a bottle yet. I have a book. Let's take the other path in here, because I can check pedestal right now. I'm almost certainly going to discover that pedestal is absolutely nothing that I care about, but I will check. I believe pedestal has like a 1% chance to have a useful item. And that is not it. That is just a random compass. I do not need any of the compasses to beat the game. Amusingly, I do know that that's the compass to a crystal dungeon, because the game wants you to have that before you complete a dungeon, so it can't be the compass of a pendant. Tree pole here for some blue rupees. No, I don't want to go in that entrance. Darn it, darn it. Back out. Okay. This entrance, on the other hand, is useful. Well, sort of useful. Yeah, Zora is looking like a pretty decent play at this point. Alright, not that way. Through the tunnel. And pick up the bush. Bush crab has single green rupees. Meh. And I won't be finishing this with lumberjacks because I have dash. I can go finish with bonk rocks instead. There's the single arrow! That is, of course, the arrow that you are supposed to use to kill Ganon, which is why it's normally in the very last chest of the game. And Bonk Rocks today have a bee in a bottle. Well, I guess I go back to Sank, or not Sank, to CAC, and show the kid, hey look, I have a bee. Hey, all he really cares about is the bottle. He's not much of an entomologist, but... And in return, he gives me all of 10 arrows. Well, that was kind of a bust. Okay. Time to go clear out the castle area. It's remarkably laggy out there in the castle courtyard. So, Uncle, I know you ran away earlier to go save Princess Zelda. What did you come armed with? 20 bucks. Hoping to buy a dagger off of one of those guards? I guess. And he certainly can't have been planning to bribe them, because, yeah, right, 20 bucks to bribe all the guards in your way? No way. Down, down, down. To the weakest boss in the game, and Zelda's chest. Did he seriously not notice me at first after I hit him? Because that's what it really looked like to me. Oh, I've been stabbed in the back. Man, my back hurts. Wait, does that mean there's somebody behind me? Bomb capacity? I'm getting a lot of capacity upgrades, so I guess if I ever get up to full on bombs and arrows, I'm probably not going to run out after. I've already got more arrows than your default cap. I will try to avoid killing you. Do I have anything better to damage him with? I suppose B. There we go. Big key of this dungeon, which allows me to go in and get a small key of Ganon's tower. Well, that was pretty useless. So I guess I head over towards Desert. Because Desert Ledge is open, Agina's Cave is open, and the, I guess, 3 chests inside? Let's see, I don't have access to the 2 on the right, I have access to both of the things at top, I don't have the big key. So 2 chests inside, plus the Desert Ledge. I like crows a lot better than I like vultures. I still don't like crows, but they're better than the vultures. And by vultures, I actually mean the pterodactyls in the Dark World, not the vultures down in Desert. I should probably remember to pick the right term out of my brain. That would be useful sometimes. This is just a heart piece. Okay. Nothing that I care about. So inside desert, I think I need progress, because I don't think I have anywhere else to go. I do still have Zora. I haven't been up to the Zora area yet, so that's also a possibility. And I wish I'd thought about that before, because that probably would have been a better place to go than this. Ah well. At this point, I'm already here. I might as well head into desert. And if it doesn't pay out, I can always go to Zora afterwards. He was gonna try and bribe Ganon with the 20 bucks. Yeah. Somehow I'm not feeling that working out well. I mean, even trying to bribe Aghanim sounds like a dumb move. But Aghanim, you could at least sort of make the excuse that he wasn't obviously evil. Gloves is nice. And that is progression. That is 20 bucks, but gloves is progression. Okay. Down south of the map. Do I want to go do Zora now? Not quite yet. But I also don't want to be here. I want to be at Zack. If possible, I would very much like to do Catfish and Zora at the same time. And it is still a possibility if I get a second gloves upgrade or hammer. I also need the mirror, I suppose, for that. Otherwise, I'm gonna get up to Catfish and be very disappointed that I can't actually go to Zora. So, like, mirror in first chest? No. Smoky to Skull. Opus of Swamp. Okay, so I think that pretty much solidifies the need to go up to Zora now. I don't think I have any other real options right now. Right, go down this way, and in through the portal. So, Waterfall of Wishing. What do you hold? Here's the lamp, and more money, just in case I didn't have enough for Zora yet. I do appreciate that game, but I had it covered already. At this point, I think I have the rest of the game covered, money-wise, even when you consider buying potions. Ice Rod. Ooh, that's a nice rod. So, Zora, how are you ripping me off today? Very directly. 500 rupees becomes 20. Presto, it's a magic trick! But that's okay. I'm happy coming up here because of the ice rod. At this point, next stop is up the mountain. There's also the sewers chest in Castle that I can do. but that's a single chest all by itself, so I'm going to try and wait on that and hopefully not need to do it. But I remember it exists, which is very important in key-sanity. If you lose track of a chest completely, you're in deep trouble in key-sanity. That is a very bad thing. I need to stop trying to bonk in dark... trying to dash in dark caves, because I'm going to bonk. Although, well, right there it could help, except, you know, old man slows you down to a crawl no matter how much you dash. Ooh, sword upgrade. That's pretty nice, actually, thank you. I'm still low enough on hearts that I'm going to take the safe route up the mountain. Am I still on green mail, or have I gotten blue? I have gotten blue. I thought my character looked bluer than I remembered. Anybody remember where I got that? Because I don't. Okay, so having Master Sword means the first chest of Aghanim's Tower is unlocked. That is a red rupee. I'm not 100% why I'm coming in here, because I could have just gone down. Yeah, I should have just gone down. Because I can't do anything after this anyway. I should have just come in here in the first place, because I'm going to be saving and quitting out of this area regardless. You never have enough rupees. Sort of. I mean, when you get up to the point where you've got 1,000 or more, you're pretty well set in this. Okay, so next stop I do believe is up to the castle, where I will do sewers and then Aghanim's Tower. The annoying thing here is I'm going to have to kill myself to get back out or run out. The death is probably faster, although with as much health as I have and blue mail, that's less certain than it normally would be. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run back out. Was not a useful item there, unfortunately. I think you can go back this way. No, you can't. Okay. Today I learned. Honestly, I think it's probably faster to save and quit out than it is to get myself killed with that much health and blue mail. The enemies there do not hit at all. they do, I think, 1/4 heart of damage each hit once you have this equipment. Let's see, aside from Aghanim's Tower, Master Sword also unlocked tablets, but they're still blocked behind having the mirror. Or for the North one, having hammer would also work, hammer and hookshot. Okay, hi guys. Come on, over here. Come on. That's it. There we go. I screwed that up by approaching them too soon. Okay, I'll take the hurt from you instead. I'm fine with that. Speaking of hammer, okay, so that's Dark World access. Do I want to start with in Dark World? I think I will start with Hype Cave and see if I can't work my way up into Dark Cack from the south. To successfully do that, I will need to find a glove very soon, but I will try. This has been a relatively kind seed combat-wise. I haven't actually been forced to fight a boss yet. Yay! $5. And 3 bombs. And a quarter heart. And hookshot. Okay, yeah, that's actually hype. There was something hype in Hype Cave. I'm happy about that. Okay, so going this way, I can check in on Stumpy. I can do the dig game, because I have lots of cash still. Mushroom, that really makes me want to have Mirror before I go to Catfish, because that is the last remaining thing up that way, other than Catfish. So, digging game. What do you have and how long will it take? $20 digs for a quarter heart, and it wasn't even a refill. I feel a little bit ripped off. At this point, I think I need to save and quit back to Sanctuary. And enter the Dark World from that side instead. I will, however, come grab a kiss from someone, because Dark World is a little bit scary still. Though I have Bloom It, which helps a lot. Each one of the male upgrades basically cuts your damage in half. Each one of the sword upgrades basically doubles your damage. Right, can't go that way. Definitely think I want to head southward from here, because I don't have Mirror. Which annoyingly means I'm gonna have to backtrack a bit, because I can't go directly south in the Dark World. There is also a Dark Rock there. In exactly the same position, even. Okay, chest game. What do you have? A single green rupee, and the prize is a single red rupee. Yeah. That's not exactly a great prize. Do I have Thieves Town Big Key? Okay. I do not. Small key to skull, not especially useful. But now that I know that I have a small key to skull, the slightly faster route is available. I would very much like to find the mirror soon. Not having mirror gets pretty awkward pretty fast. Compass of Ganon's, that's pretty much completely useless. And a crap shield. Well. One death warp later. Such a lovely fish skeleton I have as my death. And back out into Dark Cack. C-shaped house. Do you have prizes? Eh, sort of. You have a map of Thieves Town. That's kinda nice. The maps in key-sanity do give you some information. They let you figure out what dungeons are crystals and pendants. But it's kind of minor information, because you're going to end up in and potentially clearing most of the dungeons. Red cane, yeah. I mean, I guess that means going up to Skullwoods is significantly less annoying than it would otherwise be. There is the one chest in Skullwoods that is a real pain to get to if you don't have Red Cane, and extremely simple to get to if you do. Don't need to fall in there, I can just take this entrance, because I have at least one small key. In fact, I have both of them. Do I have the big key? No. Okay. That did not work out well for me, but oh well. Small key of Dark Palace. Okay. Up, no. I need to remember this chest. I have forgotten this chest in one seed, and it had the second level gloves in it. This time it had the bow in it. There is something about the randomizer logic. I don't know how it works, but it really seems to love putting key items in places that you've forgotten. I'm sure that's just a figment of my imagination, but man, is it convincing. Okay, I will go ahead and take a death heal here. Even though I'm only one room from the entrance. Because, yeah, things like that tend to happen out here. Okay, here's the room that I was talking about earlier. The statue over to the right is movable. You would normally have to pick it up and move it around, and there's a wall master that falls from the ceiling. Or you can come in with Red Cane and just do that. And all of a sudden that room is completely trivial. Well, that's, not exactly the really great progression item I was hoping for. Okay, yeah. What is available to me at this point? I mean, there's more stuff on Death Mountain that I can do at this point, because I have Hookshot. That's probably the smartest thing I can do right now. Just because it's got the best item density. I do have the bow, so pod is a possibility. How many keys for pod do I have? Just the one, but I do have the big key. So I could actually clear out a lot of pod, even though the randomizer doesn't think I should be able to yet. Sure, I'll take the help. Why am I taking this route? I already rescued the old man. Silly funny man. Very silly. Okay, so now that I have just skipped a few rooms there. There we are. Ow. Okay, I don't have the mirror, so I need to take this way in. Yes, I know there are a bunch of chests over to the right there. I haven't forgotten them, I promise. I just think it ends up routing a little bit better if I climb up first and come back for those. That is just 20 bucks, okay. Although I do have hammer, so I'll want to climb up twice anyway, so it doesn't make that big a difference either way, I think. Come on. Big Key of Hera. Okay, that was definitely worth doing before I went over to Hera. So, Crafty, how much do you know about key-sanity? That's right, this isn't a bonkable one. I'm just curious if I should be explaining a lot of things, or if it's, oh yeah, you've seen this a dozen times, so you know everything. Okay. So you've probably gathered some of the basics here, even if you had no clue coming in, which is that everything that was in a chest and a few things that weren't, like some of the stuff that was on ledges and such in the race game and that sort of thing, all of those items have been taken and shuffled around. The big keys and small keys and maps and compasses aren't necessarily in their original dungeon anymore. Basically, the entire world has been scrambled. Wow, that was a lot of good stuff. The entire world has been scrambled, but in such a way that everything is still going to be possible to complete. You'll hear me talk about the logic at times. The logic of the randomizer is basically the thing that makes sure that it's possible to complete the seeds. And the logic says you are going to use the stupidest method of spending every resource that you get. So if you get a whole bunch of small keys, it assumes that you are going to spend them on the worst possible doors. You know, the doors that don't actually unlock anything new, or the doors that don't have the one item that you actually need behind it. So as a result, you're going to tend to get more keys than you actually need. In particular, you saw me go down into the escape area where Zelda's held normally. That area is locked behind a small key officially because you pick up a small key from the first guard there, and if you were incredibly unclever, you could walk around to the backside of the dungeon and spend it on the chest, spend it on the door leading out of the sewers into the area underneath Sanctuary. So because you could do that, the chest next to Zelda is locked behind that small key, which would replace the one that you spent like an idiot. That is just 20 bucks. That is not at all useful. Other things that have been shuffled around, the musics in the dungeon have been shuffled around, because so have the crystals and pendants in dungeons. And they don't match up. I think it's a 50% chance of each music, no matter what the dungeon holds. The maps in Key-sanity, when you find them, they add the icon for the dungeon onto your map, so you can find out which crystal or pendant that dungeon is. The compass is somewhat less useful. It just will display a count of the number of chests in the dungeon, which, if you've played Key-sanity a few times, you have that pretty well internalized. So you don't really need it to confirm that, yes, you have 5 of the 6 chests. You know that you have 1 chest left to get. Except for when you get lost, in which case you suddenly become very thankful for that compass. So like the heart that I just picked up there would normally have been either in a chest in Sanctuary or dropped by a boss. I don't know which, because I was at full health when I picked it up. Otherwise, the Sanctuary heart gives you a full heal, every other chest doesn't. Every other heart, rather. But because you're going in with kind of a random assortment of items, you can end up doing things like fighting Moldorm 1, who you'd normally have to take out with the Fighter Sword, with Tempered. He still sucks, though. Moldorm is just an annoying boss. Yeah, oh, that's a terrible hole to fall in, because I'm going to fall to 2nd floor! Yeah. I do not like Moldorm. There's a reason that the speedrunning community tends to call him Trolldorm. Because, wow, he can be nasty. Doesn't matter what equipment you come in, he can still manage to knock you off an edge and cost you a bunch of times. Because he's moving randomly, and yeah, he loves to knock you off the edge no matter what you're doing. There we go. See, that's how it should have gone the first time. It should have been a nice, smooth fight, because I've got way better gear than I would normally want here. Okay, that's nice. That opens up Dark Death Mountain. And yes, you'll notice this was a crystal, even though this is normally the red pendant. It was this time, looks like that was crystal 3. Which, if I had had the map of Tower of Hera, I think I might. Then I could have checked that on my map screen here. I can look right now and see that I actually don't have the map for either Eastern or Desert, so I don't know what they hold. Yeah, I don't need to go over there. Oh man, do I have all of the ingredients for Turtle Rock here? This is one thing that doesn't get randomized. The sequence of those picks is always the same as vanilla. I do not have the entrance medallion for Turtle Rock. Okay. I'm kind of glad of that, because I don't particularly want to go into Turtle Rock yet. Taking this cave backwards of the way you normally would, because, well, I entered from the top. And it turns out that that is just fine for this particular cave. Small key to desert. Okay. So when I go back to desert, I will be able to check the right-hand side. Do I have the big key of desert yet? No. The only light world big key I have right now is Hera, which I just finished. I'm not really certain that I would say that randomizer is harder than the normal game, because there are definitely times where you end up with significantly more equipment for an area than you would have expected to in the normal game. What it definitely is more complex than the original. There's a lot more stuff that you have to keep track of, because the game doesn't really give you a consistent direction of, hey, you should go here next. The original is really good about pointing you in the right direction without completely railroading you. It comes close to railroading you sometimes, but never quite does. Yep, I do have blue cane. I thought I did. Which means I can go down. Do Spike Cave now. Let's see, I did eventually go back and clean up the sewers chest. Well, that was not great. Okay, next thing I think I'm going to do is go into Dark Cack, pick up a smith. Am I just immediately gonna save and quit him to where he's going? I might. And there are some other things I could do, but this is the one that's on top of my mind right now, so this is what I'm going to do first, before I lose track of it. There are software trackers you can get for this that help you keep track of the items that you currently have and the locations that you've checked. Some of them will even be able to tell you, hey, here's the stuff that you can get to now that you haven't checked. But I don't actually use any of those. I do all of this by memory. Memory and the little display of keys that it gives you at the bottom of the inventory screen. Right, I did this in the wrong order, but oh well. I should have done hammer pegs when I came back to get the purple chest after. Oh well. In here we have... yeah... I could still use a bit more health, so I'm gonna pick up the quarter heart. Okay, next up... I discovered that Zelda is missing. If you're curious about that, the reason that Zelda is missing there is, in the normal game, she follows you during the escape sequence, so she's using up the follower sprite slot. Because I actually have somebody else in that sprite slot right now, when I go in there, even though she isn't currently following me, she doesn't appear. Because she expects to be in that follower slot, and that's occupied. Okay. Normally these guys would be giving me the sword that I have right now. Instead, they have forged for me a shovel. I have no idea if that's good or not. Oh, I also have mushroom. I should probably turn in that. Although, yeah, right, I wanted to have, I wanted to have mirrors that I could turn in that and visit Catfish. I'm still kind of hoping that's going to be possible. Yeah, heart container's nice. Actually, at this point, I should save and quit back home. And go check that shovel spot. Let's see. If shovel spot fails me, where do I go next? I think I've only got one key of pod still, right? Yeah, just one key of pod. So pod's kind of an unlikely play to be useful. I could still do it, but it's kind of unlikely. Oh. Okay. Let's go take purple chest first. I only have one turtle rock key, so I'm kind of limited in the amount of progress I can make in turtle rock right now still. I do, however, have fire rod, so I can do the right-hand side. Yeah, turtle rock may be a really good play to make here. But purple chest first while it's on my mind. Let's see, where do you use the small keys there? You use one small key for the boss. You use one small key on your way down to Laser Bridge. You use one small key on the big key chest, and the fourth small key you use basically right at the start. Okay. So with just one small key, I can't get all the way to Laser Bridge. But I can get all the way to the big chest. Which does mean that that might be where I'm expected to take things. I also have... I have most of the things that I need for Ice Palace. Oh, there's the mirror. Okay, okay. That makes my next route clear. Where do I want to start it? Yeah, I want to start it in Dark Cack. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to do North Dark World, over to the potion shop, over to Catfish. And I'm going to start this with completing off Skull Woods, because I have that stuff and I'm walking right past it. Yeah. This is a nice route. This allows me to check off a whole bunch of things just in sequence without having to make any unnecessary trips, which is nice. Anytime you can combine multiple checks in Randomizer, and especially in key-sanity, you really want to. Because that is the efficiency that will make your overall time much faster. And I did not get the forced key chest here. I don't have the big key, so I can't take the big key chest. And there are two chests back here, one of them being the boss himself. So that means the 4 out of 8 that I'm seeing on my compass display, which is right underneath my rupees, by the way, is in fact exactly what I expect to have. It's always good to double check that when you have the compass, because you never know when you might discover that you've forgotten something. That, on the other hand, was pretty useless. 20 bucks, yay! Oh man, I do not have much magic. But I have Tempered Sword, so it's not that big a deal. Okay. Lamp. Pick up, lamp, lamp, and fire rod. Really? That was irksome. Okay. The good news is I only need to hit him 4 times. The bad news is this is Mothula, and if I hit him into a spike, it doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. That fight could have gone a lot worse. Okay, Mothula had flute. Time for a detour. Because I want to activate that flute right now. Yeah, activating flute is a really good idea. I'm honestly not sure if it's faster to walk back there through the Dark World, or if I should have saved and quit to Sanctuary. It's kind of awkward either way. Okay. So yes, mirror. Flute. Come on, there we go. Okay. That was absolutely worth the detour. That area is really easy to take damage in, and usually much more dangerous than it is to me right now, because usually you end up there when you still have green mail. Bonk. Okay. What do we have here? We have just a compass for Eastern. don't really care about it, but we have it. Okay. And now time for the fancy trick on King's Tomb. You're supposed to have to bonk King's Tomb open, but for some reason, that works. No idea why. Yeah, literally all you do is hold your sword out to the side and tap the charge key as you step into it. And for whatever reason that opens King's Tomb. Like I said, no idea why. I don't think it works for any of the other things that you have to bonk into, just that one. Okay. Alright, I already have mirror out. So, lady, have a mushroom. You need to screen transition after giving the mushroom. Using the portal counts. And I get a piece of heart. Nyeh. Okay, I do not want this bee, I instead want a blue potion. And I believe that's my only bottle, yeah. And then I guess, just to get the blue potion out of my active slot, I will grab Hookshot. Which does remind me of something. I don't know what the stun prize is yet. I should check that. Stun prize today is a red rupee. Boy, money is really not a problem this seed. Give me a small key of pod. Okay. Next stop, I do believe, is going to be the Mire Shed. Just because that's a couple of really quick checks. I can pick up 3 items in almost no time at all. I still don't have the big key for desert, so I can't do that while I'm here. Glitch time! Blocks? What blocks? That was not a very effective use of it, because I ended up walking around a bunch more than I should have, but oh well. Okay, and now Checkerboard Cave. What do you hold for me? I did not check and see what the Mire entrance was. I should do that in just a moment. Checkerboard holds Diddly and Squat for me. Bombos is needed to enter. Okay, that is the one medallion I don't have, so I absolutely cannot go into Mire yet. Good to know. So I think my next play is a combined play of Pod and Eastern. I have 2 of the Pod keys. I have the Pod Big Key, and I have the bow, so I can clear out most of Pod. I can't actually finish it. Well, I suppose I could if I decide to use the second small key for that. Do I know what Pod's status is? No, I don't. That's kind of sad. I also know I haven't talked to the bomb vendor because I'm missing one of the red crystals. Do I want to skip and defeat the boss of Pod? That's an interesting question. I do want to take a break here and go turn in something to Sasha. Hey Sasha, I brought your green pendant. Thanks for the 20 bucks. Really appreciate it. That's exactly what I needed. Wait for a moment for my flashing to wear off so that Kiki will actually adhere to me. And unlock Pod. Bonk. Out of curiosity, do I have the Pod compass? No. Okay. Doesn't really matter. It's just would have been kind of interesting if I did. Do I want to kill the boss of Pod yet? I mean, it wouldn't be a hard fight. Well, there's Bombos. I definitely want to go do the backside in full. What else do I need? I need a bunch of keys, don't I? I need a bunch of keys, especially big keys. Ow. I'm leaning towards no on killing the boss of Pod, but boy, it's a hard call. It's a very hard call. Going up. Ah. Okay. I tried to change things before the dash completed. There we go. Yeah, what I want to do... Yeah, I want to save... I should check this chest, because this chest isn't actually locked behind anything now. Okay. That's actually good information. Really? What am I doing? Just mirror me out of here, please. Yeah, that's another small key here. Brings me up to 3 out of the 6 small keys that this dungeon has. I will take the 8 bomb drop, thank you. And the full heal. Which I immediately lose by running into something, but oh well. There we go. And I could go get that center chest, but I really don't want to now. going to save that for later, because that one requires basically all of the small keys. Getting better at avoiding him. The one below me also requires all of the small keys, but this one's harder to get back to. The other one is kind of right in the entryway. Small key to Meyer. Meh. And officially there are 2 of the chests in Meyer that are locked behind 3 small keys, but you don't actually need them. Turtle Rock small key. Okay. That's nice. How many am I up to on Turtle Rock? 3 keys. Okay, so I could do a boss kill in Turtle Rock now. Okay, Hammer Yump time. Not quite. That is the pixel that I'm looking for. And I get lucky and get the second pixel right away. Wow. It did not work that time. That's really annoying. Not sure why it is, but every once in a while, even if I get the setup right for it, the bomb jump just doesn't want to work, and I don't know why. I would like to know why. It would make me happier. Okay. Come on. Gotta get the right vertical pixel here. There it is. And then a second time, gotta get the right vertical pixel. There it is again. There we are. That time it worked just fine. That is the hammer jump, or affectionately the hammer yump. It's very precise, but really not as hard as it looks, because the biggest trick of it is just mashing the pause key a lot until you get to the right pixel. I'm going to go beat the boss here. Yeah. I'm going to hope that that one chest that I haven't opened doesn't have anything useful. It's locked behind more small keys anyway. So I'm going to assume that I don't need to open that chest and just go kill the boss. And if I don't need to open that chest, then I will not need to return to this dungeon ever again. If I do need to open that chest, well, I was going to have to return to this dungeon again regardless, because I almost certainly need to beat the boss. Not entirely certain, but almost. It could be a pendant. Okay, down into the basement of Pod. See, doing an item swap thing for Twilight Princess, I'm not 100% certain it would work as well. Because a lot of the reason that this works well is that there are places that you normally need something to get to, but because of the way things are sequenced in this game, you can get around it if you have something else. So, like, normally you would need to get all 3 pendants to enter the Dark World, because you need to get the Master Sword from the pedestal and kill Aghanim, which gives you your first entrance into the Dark World, and all of the other items you would use to enter the Dark World are locked behind being in the Dark World. In this case, it might be that Aghanim holds something useful, or it might be that Aghanim does absolutely nothing for you, as is the case in this seed. You may not need to pull that pedestal because it may not have anything useful. You may or may not need the Master Sword before you enter the Dark World. Just everything changes because the sequencing breaks in strange ways. Hurry up and die. Okay, so that was one of my crystals, and in fact it was one of my important crystals, which is good. God, I still don't have what I need to do Eastern. So at this point, I can go into Mire, and I can complete Mire. So I should do Mire. Also, I just realized as soon as I hit that, I could have literally just stayed where I was, mirrored and fluted, but oh well. Didn't think fast enough. You see sort of the same thing with generational differences when you look at the Zelda 1 randomizer versus this randomizer. The Zelda 1 randomizer can do a lot more very interesting things, like swap around a whole bunch of the enemies and such, in part because it's a simpler game. Now, some of that has since been added to this randomizer. There's what's known as the enemizer, there's the entrance shuffling, but it feels a lot more awkward in this, just because it's a later generation game. It's not quite as good a match for it, because you kind of expect in an NES game that all of the transitions are abrupt and things like that. I'll just take the easy way across. This room is just annoying. With as much health as I have in Blue Mail, it's not actually dangerous, but it's definitely annoying. So yes, the left-hand 2 chests in this dungeon are locked behind 3 Mire small keys, not including the one that I just picked up from the enemy there. Those don't get shuffled around, so they aren't counted. So what I'm about to do is technically a sequence break, but not a big one. It's basically, I would expect to have 2 more Mire keys found before I go through that door right there. Okay. Yay. Yay, $50. Ow. Okay. Solid blocks? Yeah. Not a big deal. I can just shoot straight through them. While they're moving, at least. That's another one of the cases of... It's clear that this was caused by the restrictions of the system that they were working on, the time frame they had for coding, etc., etc. That when a block is moving, it turns into a sprite, and so you can kind of do things through it if you if it actually lets you do things while you're moving the block. That's the way they fixed it in the US version of this. They just made it so that you can't actually do things while you're pushing a block. I'm running low on health. I will need to powder some anti-fairies soon. Small key to ice. Not especially useful, that. 3 bombs, really not especially useful. Really, I actually don't have enough magic to powder an anti-fairy. That's kind of sad. Well, that's pretty much all she wrote. Oh hey, there's a little bit of magic. That is actually good. That will let me powder an anti-fairy in the next room. Well, not specifically an anti-fairy. This guy's a bunny beam, but... Come. Okay. Oh yeah, I did actually still need hookshot out. Because there is the one chest over on the right-hand side here that I will hook over to. Okay. And I just got the red shield, which is actually kind of nice in this room. Means I can just do that. I did flip the switch, so I will need to flip it back in this room. I hate this stupid spike block. Okay. Bomb. Guess I want to bomb that wall. So that I can flip the switch back. Okay. Can I manage to dodge this guy? Nope. I rarely can. In fact, I'm not sure I've actually pulled it off yet. Okay. Grab my silver arrows, which make Vitreous a joke. And the joke is told. was red pendant. Bleh. Did I actually get anything useful out of Meyer? I'm not sure I did. Which is just sad. I think I got some keys out of it. Like, I got the desert big key. Which means I can go in and finish desert now. Okay. One Legarang. A single green rupee. Excellent. I have not checked Bombo's tablets, so there's still a chance that there's something useful there. But that is really out of the way, so I'm probably not going to check it until I can't avoid it. Oh, big key of Swamp. Annoyingly, I don't have the small key of Swamp yet, and that one's actually much more important than the big key. The way that Swamp Palace is laid out, there is a small key door basically right at the entrance. There is one chest that small key normally is in. So if you don't have it, you get that one chest and you leave Swamp. And it's really awkward. The one item I'm missing in this dungeon is the torch item, which was something useless. I don't remember what it was. Kinda would've liked that heart, but it's not really necessary. Okay. Fire rod you. Walk past the red guy. Ow. Right, I should just fire rod these guys. Oh, wow. You guys managed to run into that flame there. That's impressive. Small key to Castle Tower. I should probably go check on that. Because there is a second chest up in Aghanim's tower that I can get to without having to go kill Aghanim. And having just got that, I kind of feel like that might be important. I could be completely wrong, but it's the guess I'm making. So what is over here in the dark maze of Aghanim's Tower? A compass of Palace of Darkness. That's really useless. Yep, that is really, really useless. So what do I have left here? I can go full clear ice now. I will go full clear ice. Also, no, I don't have both of the red crystals yet because the other one is swamp, right? Okay. Swim, swim, swim as fast as your Zori fins can take you. Having tempered in here is going to make this area a lot easier than normal. Small key of Turtle Rock, okay. Good, that's my fourth small key of Turtle Rock. That means I can full clear Turtle Rock now. Oh, that went better than normal, by far. I hate that room normally. That room tends to be my bane. But today, it just worked. Time for a slick move here. Place bomb. Kill 2 with 1 bomb. Come on. Here we go. I don't want that to be on red. I want that to be... Actually, no. No, I've got enough keys. I want it on blue. Yeah, I do want it on red, rather. Okay, stop rushing and just go through the room. You don't need to do anything special here. This isn't hard. There we go. Oh, I missed one. Really? There you go. Took a remarkably long time to kill that one. Okay. Over to the right-hand side. To the 3 chests that are locked by the hammer. One chest. Actually, no, it's only 2 chests here. It's kind of annoying to me because I was doing a exercise in producing a list of chests from memory the other day, and I counted there's 3 in there, and then ended up with the right number of chests at the end, which means I actually missed one. That's really annoying. So there is a bomb jump you can do across that pit to the right there, but I am instead just going to walk around, because I don't know that bomb jump right now, and I don't feel like risking the time waste. There we are. Okay. I could use more health. Knowing when there are bunny beams under pots is useful. Big Key of Eastern, that's good. Okay, and now I fall down the wrong side of here, so I'm, of course, completely locked out of the big key chest. There is absolutely no way that I could just skip past that block and open the big chest. Oh, I'm one small key short. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. I can get it. There is a small key right here. And that's how you get out. Problem solved. I do believe I will have enough magic to fire off bombos here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Which is good, because I need to at the start of the fight. Bombos! Okay, fine. That was a little risky at the end there, because those puffs do 3 hearts of damage and blue mail. But I was pretty sure I could get them flawlessly, so... Okay, I did get the small key of Swamp, which means I think Swamp is now full clearable. There are 3 crystals left, and 1 pendant, so Thieves' Town is the only thing that I definitely don't need to do, unless there happens to be a required item in it. I don't have the Ganon's Tower big key yet. Oh, That's bad. That is a really bad item to be missing. Because that item can be hidden anywhere, including in Ganon's tower. Oh dear. I think that is literally the only item that I'm still missing, though. Wow. I am really, really close, so I'm going to go check Bombo's tablet right now before I go into Swamp. If I am exceedingly lucky, it turns out that Bombo's tablet has the Ganon's Tower big key, in which case I can skip most of the stuff in Swamp, because I know I don't need it. Ganon Tower big key is literally the last thing that I need right now. That is not the Ganon's Tower big key, that is a map of Desert Palace. That is completely useless. I've already beaten Desert Palace. I don't remember what it was, it doesn't matter, I already have it. Okay, yeah, so I'm hunting through Swamp, hoping that I find the Ganon Tower big key. As soon as I find that big key, I'm good to go. I have silvers, I have tempered sword, so it's going to be a fairly easy Ganon fight even. This is the chest I mentioned earlier, that it would be the only chest you can open if you come in without the small key. So one of the big differences between this dungeon in key-sanity and in standard randomizer is that single small key basically locks this dungeon off entirely. I think this might count as the first Zelda water temple. It's definitely a water temple. Including the raising and lowering the water level mechanic. Yeah, that's been a staple of water temples ever since. Really hoping I find the Ganon Tower big key soon. The sooner I find it, the faster this run is. The longer it takes me to find it, the longer this run gets. That was wishful thinking. Okay, note to self, do not be an idiot. Only hit the switch and then leave. If I push that lever, bad things happen. Specifically, that lever floods this area down here. I kind of need this area because it's got a key that I want. Now I can go press that lever. did not flood the key. It's a minor achievement, but it is an achievement. Stupid fire snake. I really wish I knew where that big key is. At this point, there's actually a fairly decent chance that the big key for Ganon's Tower is in Ganon's Tower. So I have 3 more crystals left to pick up. One of them is this dungeon. One of them is, one of them is Eastern? Yeah, I haven't finished Eastern, okay. So this dungeon, then to Eastern if I haven't... Well, then to Eastern regardless, but especially if I haven't found the big key yet. And then up to Turtle Rock. Just full clear until I get the big key. If I don't get the big key in any of them, then I go to Ganon's Tower and hope like hell it's in there. Because if I go all the way there and discover it's not in Ganon's Tower, oh god, that is going to suck. You moved to the side. That's actually kind of you. I don't have to kill you today. Two more chests down below me, one hidden chest above, and then the boss. And that's this dungeon completed. Small key to pod. Oh boy. How many pod keys do I have? I have just the one. I need 2 more before that last chest is in logic. That last chest in pod is the GT big key. Oh, that is going to suck. That is going to suck so much. Actually, I'm about to go to Eastern. While I am at Eastern, I can check the one chest in pod because I just got the key for it. That is good routing. I will do that. It's not optimistic routing. I'm kind of optimizing for bad things to have happened. But I will do it. That makes a lot of sense. Hey, red mail. That's nice. Red mail is quite handy, yes. So the worst case scenario here would be something like Ganon Tower Big Key is in back of Thieves Town, probably dropped by Blind himself, of course. And the big key of Thieves Town is in Ganon's Tower, which would be a required double dip in Ganon's Tower. That's not fun. It's not exactly unfun, but it's not what you want to happen. You're always hoping for just things to go nicely for once. It's interesting to see the seeds where things don't go well, but You always kind of hope that you'll get a seed where things just all line up for you. I already collected the pendant item from Sasha. I should do Eastern first, because it doesn't take me significantly more time to do Eastern first, and this way if it is one of the 2 locations in Eastern, then I just get it, and I don't have to go into Pod. Okay, I can do this room the other way. First time I came in, I did it with pots. This time I do it with sword beams, because I'm all the way up at tempered now. Although really, I don't think tempered sword beams are actually any better than another sword beams. I think sword beams are all just universally crap. I should pull out my bow. Okay. Come on, Armos. Hold the thing that I need. That was a nice smooth room. This one's not going to be smooth just because this room is always a bit weird. But that's about as smooth as you can hope for it to go. Except for that! That was less than smooth. I had to go and do some premature celebration there, didn't I? Okay. I missed. Well, I can't say I was surprised to see that. I'm also very much expecting not to get the Ganon's Tower big key out of Pod. But I will check. It is a little bit annoying because I only got 1 key here and not 2, so I have to take the long route. If I'd gotten the second one, I could have just gone through that door to the left and been there. $59 arrows, jeez. That is just kind of ridiculous. Okay, smash you, smash you. Come over here, dash into the... Ah, that did not work. Try again, reset room. Dash into the staircase. There we go. That staircase just doesn't seem to like me today. It rejected me once earlier, too. Okay. Bomb. So, the last chest in Pod contains... a small key of Pod? No, a blue rupee. Okay. this point, I go into Turtle Rock. And once again, I hope like heck that I find the Ganon Tower Big Key soon. Ah! Stupid dead rocks managed to make me jump off a ledge. Granted, that was more my fault than theirs, but oh well. I will take the Dark World path, even though it's a little bit slower, because I don't want to deal with any more dead rocks. They've trolled me enough for the moment. Okay, in this way. Sure, I'll do the hookshot variant of this and see if it works for me today. Nope. Did not manage to clip into the block. Okay. Turtle Rock time. After as many early signs as I got for Turtle Rock, I'm really happy that I end up being able to do it this late. Because Turtle Rock is not an easy dungeon. Missing the bug-catching net and the cape. Okay. I'm okay with not having either of those. I would like to have half magic, but I can survive without it. Should go left first here. Well, I suppose either route kind of works. Come on, let me through the door, please. Two chests up above me here. Fire Rod Shock 1, 2, 3. Don't think I can manage to hookshot there, but I can't hit that one, obviously. Darn. I'm not good at using the hookshot for invincibility. Have you noticed? I've noticed. Yeah, whatever. There are plenty of anti-fairies in here, and I have powder. I also have blue cane, and I am absolutely going to be using it in a few rooms here. Really? Managed to miss you twice? That's disconcerting. Okay, yeah. I'm going to use blue cane right now, and go push that. There we go. That gets me through that room without anything bad going wrong. I suppose I'll go up here and grab the magic. Because I'm running a bit low on magic. Eight items left to go. I would really love to find the Ganon's Tower big key in here. Really would love that. Hey, I got all 4 of them. Nice. Come back here. Stupid pokey. He is much easier to deal with if you manage to hit him with a fire rod shot. Sadly, I did not. Okay, there's the last of the pod keys. So if I hadn't picked up the 1 pod chest, I would now be going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Because it is fully in logic now. Okay. Now this time in this room, I am not going to screw up badly and get myself killed by the lasers. That's what happened yesterday. Oh yeah, I forgot, there's 1 extra chest that's sort of in Turtle Rock, but it's not on the compass, because it's actually right over here. But you can only access it from Turtle Rock, so... Okay... Come on, there we go. And it's another single green rupee. Okay, I found both of them now. That's game over, right? I win. I found both of the single green rupees. Huh. Okay, that's a fetch quest, but it's a well-placed fetch quest? Because Ganon's Tower and Tower of Hera are right on top of each other, just in different worlds. Oh, Riot Shield. That actually makes this much easier coming up here. I do not like trying to do laser skip. I am kind of bad at it. I can do it, but I'm kind of bad at it. Okay, so... dash past you... I'm actually pretty okay with getting a blue potion there. Less okay with falling off, that was just dumb. That was Sanctuary Heart. I know, because it refilled my health. Yeah, thanks, the map of Pod. I've kind of figured that out already, guys. Yes! Okay. That is what I needed. Ganon's Tower Big Key Get. That is go mode. I can officially go complete the game now. Okay. Drop block there. Cane dash this way for swag. Okay, yeah. Okay. We'll start with Fire Rod, because I'm a wuss and I don't like ice on the floor. Really? Really? You are being really hard to hit today, Mr. Firehead. Okay. Ran out of magic, but I still had blue potions, so it wasn't as dire as it looked. Come on. There we go. Okay. Trinex, what do you drop? You drop a small key to Palace of Darkness. How did I miscount my pod keys by one? Yeah, I guess the one that I got first that sent me back in there was the 4th, and then I got 2 more after that. Yeah, okay, that's 6 keys, alright, I just lost track. And I don't have to do Hera Basement, 'cause I have everything I need. I can win the game. Oh wow, this is a super fast run. Holy crap, I just saw how long I've been live. Yeah, so the thing on a key-sanity seed is, for me, it's normally been taking anywhere from like 2 hours 40 minutes up to like 3 hours and 15. We are sitting on my live counter here at 2 hours and 20 minutes, just about exactly right now. Okay. Hey Mandabar, how you doing? Yeah, this has been a remarkably fast run. I did not realize how fast it was until just now. And I'll get the semi-official in-game time at the end, and we can use that to have a one-for-one comparison. As I've mentioned in the past, it's like 2 minutes slower than actual time, but it's what I've been using as my official timer, so I'm willing to allow it. And yes, I am doing some safe strats here, because, yeah, I don't want to do something stupid and die in Ganon's Tower and lose this good a run from it. That would be really ugly. Stupid Beamos. If it weren't for the fact that I consider them more an obstacle than an enemy, they would be in the contention for worst enemy of the game. As is worst normal enemy, I give to a tie between Dead Rocks and Wall Masters. Come on. And worst boss goes to Mothula, who thankfully I got to fight with just Tempered Sword today, and that makes him way easier. Okay, so now I dawdle and spend a little time in this room to get all of these guys synced up. And they're all gone. I mean, the anti-fairies can be annoying, but they also are something that you can use to refill your health, so I'm actually kind of okay with them in general. Even though they do cause me some issues. Really? I managed to clink off of him? Ugh. Yeah, got the single cycle. Woo, I'm getting better at that. The secret for me seems to be pacing it, because I tend to be too eager and try to trigger the block too soon. So if I place it a little further south than I need it to be, the fact that I have to wait for it to travel a little bit works wonders. It forces me to do the right thing. Okay. I'll go ahead and powder you guys for a heal. I will grab you for a magic refill. Now it's on to the last little bit of boss rush. Yeah. Wow, I must have managed to poke him the first time. Okay. I do not need you, chest. I have absolutely everything I want. I don't even care about getting gold sword. It's nice, but it's not useful enough to justify time spent looking for it. Hello, Agatu! How you doing? I know. I didn't actually come visit you earlier. It was very unkind of me. I'm a terrible son. I mean, what? Ugh. These patterns are just being kind of ugly. Getting shocked there really didn't help. So I think I'm at 1 on him so far, which is pretty abysmal. 2. Ugh. 3. Really? 4. 5. 6. Okay. Not all of my extra time, just like, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. That was a lousy Agatu fight. I'm usually okay at dealing with Agatu, but that one was bad. That one was bad. Okay, so take stock here. Wow, I've got 2 blue potions, okay. I thought for a moment I had 3 and I was going, wait, what? Yes, yes. How you like me now? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need a blue potion soon. Two. 3, 4. Did I find the arrows in Death Mountain? Yes, yes I did. Darn it. Oh well. It's okay. I have silvers. This is not actually a hard fight, although I'm doing a brilliant job of making it look like it is. Wow. I was intentionally not moving there because if I move, the fire bat is going to knock me away, but that ended up leaving me inside of Ganon when my invulnerability period ended. Ugh. Oh well. Like I said, this is still a really, really fast run. I'm just losing more time than I ought to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's 1. Must have miscounted by 1 somehow there. This is my last potion, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's 2. It's 3. That knockback was potentially bad. 4. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. I got Torch Glitch, which makes me happy. That's what I thought. 2. 3. 4 shots. Okay. So I probably lost like 5 minutes there at the end because things went a bit pear-shaped on me. But this is still going to be a personal best. In spite of that. Whew. Oh hey, it's you. Gee, thanks, Triforce. I'm glad you care. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the credits play out for a bit and go use the bathroom, and then when I get it back, I'll fast forward through the rest of them and talk about the spoiler log a bit. Cash. I guess that's why he decided to go into the castle armed with 20 bucks. That doesn't sound like a particularly good idea to me, and in practice it doesn't seem to have worked out very well, so kinda doubting Uncle's intelligence a little bit here. Okay. Yes, twin lumberjacks. Medallion boy shakes dirt again. That must have been where Quake was. Stick collecting kid, lost old man. The compass sleeps again forever. Yeah. So we have the vanilla credits, and then the randomizer credits, and now the interesting stuff. Took about 16 minutes for a sword, Pegasus boots only about 10 minutes, flute and mirror came side by side about an hour in, and I just jumped up to tempered sword before I killed any bosses and never got gold. So 11 out of 13 bosses killed with tempered. The two missing there would be blind, that I never got his big key, and Aga 1, that I had no reason to go to. 44 bonks, only 2 deaths, that's actually really nice. And total menu time down to 8.5 minutes, jeez. Yeah, and there's the big thing at the end. 2 hours, 26 minutes, and effectively 50 seconds. Nice. I got sub 2.5 hours. That's definitely a personal best. My previous was about 10 minutes slower than that. So that was really nice. I think even if I'd had to go to Thieves Town at the end, unless it was because I got the key for it in Ganon's Tower and had to leave and come back, I think even having to do Thieves Town wouldn't have cost me a personal best there. And like I said, I probably lost, I don't know, like 5 minutes just from being a derp at the end, but oh well. Actually, come to think of it, it probably wasn't that bad. It was probably more like half a minute from Aga 2 and 2.5 from Ganon, so like 3 minutes total. But still, that was pretty nice. So yes, now that I have actually completed the seed, I can pull up my randomizer file here and go, okay, where was everything in that seed? So the first obvious question here is, I missed a sword. Where was the last of the swords? There was one sword in Ganon's Tower. Anything else interesting in Ganon's Tower? Magic Cape was in there, which that's also something I was wondering where it was. The fourth bottle, which had a blue potion, was in one of the chests in Ganon's tower. Half Magic was in Ganon's tower. Oh, I probably should have opened that final chest, because that had Half Magic in it. I mean, it wouldn't have helped that much, but still would have been nice. Also, one of the ones that I walked past, the room with the spikes and the 2 mini Helmosaurs, there was the bug catching net in one of the chests there. So really, most of the things that I was missing was because it was in Ganon's tower. Let's see. I know I had Tower of Hera, the chest in the basement. The basement chest had just 20 rupees, so absolutely nothing useful there. Let's see, where else? Thieves' Town, the entire back of Thieves' Town. Let's see, there was a compass for Misery Mire. I think Ganon's Tower Compass? No, I got that. That must have been in the first 4. There was 50 rupees in the big chest. Woo! 5 rupees in Blind Cell. Blind himself was carrying the map of Eastern Palace. Yeah, that would not have been terribly useful. Where was the key for that? The Thieves' Town big key was actually in Light World. Oh, it was down in Cave 45, the cave that you mirror to south of Haunted Grove. Yeah, I never got there. Huh. I'm glad it wasn't important. If that had been Ganon's Tower big key, that could have taken me a while to find. I'm very glad it wasn't. Let's see, was there anything else that I want to check on here? Nothing comes to mind, really. I think that is just it. Yeah, the flute spot was Quake. That's what I thought the credits were telling me there. You dug up the coin that makes everything shake, which turned out to be required because that was needed for going into Turtle Rock, which was a crystal. All things considered, I like that seed. That was a pretty nice one. If I decided to throw a bottle into the Waterfall of Wishing, I could have gotten blue potions there, and the pyramid area that I don't think I ever bombed open had red potions that I could throw a bottle in for. But that actually raises an interesting question. What was in Pyramid Fairy? Pyramid Fairy had 20 rupees and the map of Misery Mire. Okay. I didn't expect it to be anything good, because I think we've literally found everything good at this point, between the playthrough and looking in the spoiler log. But yeah, I mean, I usually say these take about 3 hours, and so I'm not up for another one, but even at 2.5, that is a long time to spend playing this. And also, if you try to play 2 seeds of it back to back, you end up getting confused between them very easily. You keep thinking, oh yeah, I checked that already. No, wait, that was the previous game. Darn it. So I'm not going to play another one here. I'm just going to go ahead and call it a night. It's been fun talking with you guys. Always nice to have multiple people in chat talking. So have a good one, guys. Be the awesome people that I know that you can be, and have a good evening. See ya.